everybody, Mr. O here, and I am excited to finally do this video. This might be the most controversial video I ever going to do, but we're going to talk about AI generated images, okay? Whether it's artificial intelligence or not, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to using AI generated. Now, this box I got here is, I'm opening it, has nothing to do with art. What it is, it's like Pandora's box. Pandora is a Greek myth, and I'm sure other mythologies have a similar myth where Pandora opens a box for all the sins to escape into the world. And that's basically what AI is. Whether it's ChatGPT, Bing, Leonardo AI, these can be a dangerous weapon to artists and writers, or they can be a useful tool. And I know I have a sad face and stuff, but I want to show you how to use generated images as a tool. I'm going to show you maybe where I've gone too far with it, and then where I use it as a resource to help me to draw what I need to draw. Okay, so let's look at this first. And what I did is, in my comic book, Burlington Rising, and I did 2 pages just so I could do this with you guys. I needed to do a futuristic monorail, and I needed a monorail that looked what we're used to seeing, but also at the same time looking futuristic. And as I put in explanations and stuff like that, I got these 3 images. One, really super futuristic. In fact, it was so highly detailed and it got away from looking what I would expect a monorail to look, that it was a little too far. So I backed off a little bit, and this is what it gave me. As you can see, it's because it's AI, it's not even, the trains are not on the track, which I thought was okay, because basically it was just this shape. Instead of just looking up monorail train, I saw what the AI gave me, which was a composite photos and stuff like that. And then it gave me some roads because I was talking about crossing a river. And then I asked for a train station. Now these 2 images I did use as my resource to draw from. Now remember, the key word was resource and draw from, not trace from. I think one of the problems that I'm noticing, and even in major comic book companies on the Western side, if it's happening in manga, I don't know, is that they're taking these computer images and just tracing right on top of it. Okay, so what I want to show you is how I use this one. So if you look at this scene, you can see that I did this train, this angle, so I used it. But instead of like copying this, I invented what the track would look like. And then, you know, because I was a Star Trek fan, I kind of thought about like what does their shuttlecraft look like, and those. So I kind of had something to hug that'll, you know, it won't touch, but it'll hover through, because this monorail, and then I had another track going this way, because when I looked at this, I could see like another track. So if you see it, I put it there. So I used it to observe and create from. And since I do want it to be futuristic, I am going to, like, you won't notice this until it's colored, because these would be like advertisement TVs on the side. I think movies have done something very similar to that. And you can see my monorail there going across the river. So I did it in several panels that I got from this. So that was a good use of it. Now, the next one people might find questionable because I used it a lot. So now this, I wanted a train station. Now for me, this was too much. I wanted to be enclosed with platforms and stuff. So what I did is, you can see that there's platforms here, is I used it as my inspiration, but take a look. I scrunched it up, I enclosed it, so I put lights, I gave it a ceiling. But you know, looking at this, you could see that I took a lot of inspiration from this AI photo, but I made it my own. I think it's all right, but let's just say I did it exactly. If I did this exactly, you have to realize that when you use AI, you don't own it. So there's companies that have AI comic books, and now there's a professional football player that I have no respect for right now doing this AI stuff. You may think you own what you write and what you have for art. Even if you do a lot of the drawing, well, if you do it all on your own, you're fine. If you're just using it as a resource like this, they do not own this picture. They do not own it. I own it. I have my copyright. But if I did this exactly and just place it in there, there's going to be a part of my book that they actually own. It's not trademark. It can be used. Somebody else could lift it. And you got to be careful of that. When you do something completely AI, you have no rights to the copyright, okay? Because it's a composite. Now, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to who owns the art that you're using images. So let me ask you this. When you Google an image or whatever search engine you use, you draw from that image, whether it's a picture of a model or anything, but a photographer has taken that picture. That's art also, unless we're no longer saying photography is art. But we use it for our own artwork. We all do it. There's no way around it, because we can't travel the world and take a picture of everything we need to draw. It's just impossible, for some of us anyway. So using AI and putting the information that you want to create your own thing is okay, and you can use these as references. That's the word, references. That's all you're using this for. Sometimes you get some good stuff, sometimes you won't. Like, I could go back to this and, oh, you know, I like that cityscape a little bit. Now, of course, I would change that up a lot more. Even take some ideas that I didn't use inside the train station. And I'm like, I like how this lighting is set. And we've seen that from video games and stuff like that. So it's not like things don't take it from something else. But be careful with AI. It is a tool, but it's okay to use it for references. I hope this explains my position on it, and I hope it helps you to use it the right way as a tool for references, but not your finished pieces. Now, before I forget, we can somewhat put that as a somewhat happy face. It's still a dangerous tool, don't get me wrong. But you are amazing for watching this, and also I know you guys will use it the right way. You have a great day, and I will see you next video. Bye-bye.